There are 32 million tons of toxic coal ash stored along the Catawba River. Some say the risk is, of course, clear, but the solution is up for debate. Tonight, the question is whether or not to cover it up and leave it or move it out load by load. Now, Duke Energy has promised to close all of its coal ash sites, including the one at the Marshall Steam Station.
Tonight, neighbors actually have a chance to weigh in on how the sites should be closed. Channel 9's Tina Terry has been investigating coal ash since the Dan River spill in 2014. New tonight at 6, she's breaking down the risks and the advantages for each of those cleanup methods. Tina?
Well, yeah, guys, hundreds of neighbors are going into that meeting right now to hear about those options. One of the options would remove coal ash from where it sits right now into a lined landfill. Duke Energy is telling us that plan would cost more than $1 billion. Some neighbors who live near the 32 million tons of coal ash at Marshall Steam Station say they've had questions about safety for years.
Yeah, I do have concerns about it.
I'm very interested. You know, our water supply, of course, we're all on wells over here.
Tonight, the Department of Environmental Quality will talk to neighbors about 3 ways Duke Energy could close coal ash basins at Marshall.
All 3 closure options keep people and the environment protected.
Duke says the least expensive option would leave coal ash where it is, but remove the water and place a protective cap over it. That plan would cost about $200 million and take 15 years to complete.
We're going for the solution that is both safe and efficient.
But environmentalists support an option that would remove coal ash from where it currently sits near the water and place it in a lined landfill on the property. In an email, the Catawba Riverkeeper said the coal ash contains toxic metals and should not be allowed to continue to pollute our groundwater and threaten our surface water. But Duke Energy says that plan would cost more than $1 billion, would take more than 32 years to complete, and would provide no more protection than the other options.
Why would you pay $1 billion for the same outcome?
Yeah, and a final option would leave that ash where it sits right now, but move it to a smaller footprint. They would also place a protective cap over it in that option.
Well, Tina, talking about an option, the one with $1 billion price tag, would Duke Energy pass that cost on to the ratepayers?
Yeah, I asked that question today, Erica. Duke says it is really too early to say, but we know that is an option. And Duke has told me they really want to prevent passing that cost on to ratepayers. Back to you.
All right, Tina. Thank you. Now, the push to cap or close coal ash sites started after the massive ash spill into the Dan River 5 years ago. It covered 70 miles of the Dan River in that dark gray sludge.